Then don't. I don't
Do
care.
I do I just share the? Yep. 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 Yep.
Enough, please.
Copy link. Paste. I gotta put that on the Facebook too, correct? Okay, okay. I gotta put that on the Facebook too, correct?
Oh, no, second time you did it.
Why is sound still coming through? I have microphones off. Why is sound still coming through? I have microphones off. Audio. Correct. Under party settings, correct? Yeah. Uh, allow voice to be shared. Do not allow. I think that stops it. No, it didn't stop it. Both microphone audio and gameplay are being broadcast. Yep. Yep. Oh, hold on.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL Audio. Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Denver Broncos. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Bravo.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Tight as Ringo. Tight as on Ringo.
Run, run, run.
3 down, 3 down.
Hey, high 7.
Watch the flag, watch the flag.
What's that?
And to give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Set, 20.
Go, go, go. Tight end right, tight end right. 4 down, 4 down. Check, check. 45, 45, 45, Mike, 45.
What's that?
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 35.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Hey, echo.
Here we go, here we go. Right here, guys. Fight 51.
God.
51.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
The mic, boy, 51. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch the shift.
General West.
Hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift. Check, check. Fresno. Fresno.
Hard, hard.
Tight dog. Tight dog. Tight dog. Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot. Check the backer. Check the backer. Check 31. Check 31. Wide, wide, wide. Get wide.
61, matchbox lights.
Showing eight. Showing eight. Check. Crunch. 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 Check, check. Lucky.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Shoot, shoot, shoot.
2nd and 5. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
8, read.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. All day, baby, all day.
Yeah.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clifford. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready, break.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike, watch Mike. Hey, we're pretty quiet.
Break zone, travel.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Ready. 5.
To throw on 2nd down. Clifford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
6 man. Check curls. Check.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Clifford. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
You don't want it. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
2nd and 9 now. They'll find Lindsey here. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Hey, Alpha.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. He will push his way down to about the 14. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Deshaun Hamilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
51 King. Switch.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. To throw, Mayfield. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Mayfield looks to throw. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Let's go, Pete. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Alert, 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 alert. Check 13.
A first down throw for Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Mayfield now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Throwing. Mayfield. Rolling. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Go now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. Joker, 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 joker.
Rock it, rock it. Check it.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
52's the mic. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Throwing on first down. Clifford, open man. That's Noah Fant, the tight end. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Fire.
Here's Lindsey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
It's second and inches. The 36-yard line.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. I'm here all day.
Go.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Check, 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 check.
On 1st and 10, Clifford got a man open. It's Sutton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I don't even know why this team showed up. Ready.
2nd and 2. He's going to look deep down the field. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
All day, baby, let's go. Let's go.
Ready.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the...
And he's into the clear. The 40. He's at the 30. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 66 yards for him on the ground.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Back to throw. Clifford. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Deshaun Hamilton, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like that memory was a little too long there.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Hurry.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M. and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Here's Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Check safety, check safety.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
2nd and 6. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Hey, 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 hey.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Room past the 20. This is the tight end Fant. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Clifford. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Everyone's got 4 down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clifford. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there, Hap.
Operating from the gun. Clifford. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. A gain of 22.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Off the play fake. Clifford. Open man is Ross, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Let's go. Hey, we got ready.
On third down, Clifford. Over the middle, complete. It's Lindsey. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
X3, 218, chopper.
Safety's creeping.
Get it.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
To throw on second down, Clifford. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
I need one over here. Watch the safety creep.
On first down, Lindsey. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Let's go, D. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Shift. Look at me. Door.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Slam. Switch.
Back. 6'6", bullet high. Big rip.
On third down, it's Freeman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And Bullock will put this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of 2 there. Second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line.
At their own 6-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
Another run by Lindsey. And an alley to run. He's at the 50. The 30. 20. 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Regular. 51 the mic, boy. 51. Go. Watch the slam.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Mayfield on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Mayfield finding Beckham. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 37-yard line.
Let's go.
Mayfield to throw. It's caught. Beckham. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Here's Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ferguson. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now Mayfield. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for 28 yards.
180. Check back. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. A great effort there in the final minute as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Alert.
51. Let's put him on the punt. Let's put that team on the punt.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
Well, that certainly comes under the heading of critical mistake, doesn't it, partner? You can't have that. You've got a chance to tie the ball game from the 2-yard line. Now you've got to go back to the 7-yard line and take the same chance.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Pistol.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Check back.
Hey, Haywood.
45, Mike. 45. I'm coming up.
Hey, alert.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Blue Dan.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Here we go. The Browns will go for 2.
Get your swerve on.
Up.
The Browns will line up for the 2-point conversion.
You don't want none.
They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathed a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
You're not ready.
The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.